from boardroom to bedroom. Now we are in the bedroom as a solution. What solution are you in the bedroom? And in the bedroom, we are talking about family front. We are talking about either you're married, you're not married, or you've got children, whatever it is that is going on. We are not talking about a particular room. We are talking about family front. Okay, let me break it down. I've always done this because then it helps me to give you a better understanding. Let's begin with you, a man, as a solution when it comes to family front. In which areas are you a solution? Let me remove one major area which many of you men think it's a major thing, because I think that overcrowds a lot of things. That has to do with provision, where you know that you're supposed to buy groceries, you're supposed to buy school fees. I think those are obvious. So I'm not going to even talk about that because I think you know too much about that. Being a solution as a man is for you to be aware that you are the vision carrier for this particular family. You are the one who has to show direction. And so provision of beef and school fees and everything, please, you need to slow down on that, because that is not really what drives the family's agenda. In order for you to succeed in the bedroom as a man, it is for you to understand that by all means, you need to understand the vision of the family. Do you have a mission statement as a family? You as the head of the house. If you don't know that, sit with your wife or find a mentor who can help you come up with a mission statement, values that will govern your family. Do you know that just by, let's begin with a man who's got a family, who's married, okay? Do you know that you may not have the money, or you may not really provide to the expectation of provision, like bringing all the beef and all the chickens and everything that is needed. But your life, just your life itself, is a standard measure for how your children will become or will grow up to be. And so you've got to understand that your life, you need to be a model. Whatever you do you know that it goes down to even what time you wake up? Children observe. When you wake up, what do you do? I've been so surprised because my children have been able to, they call their dad Big D, you know, they say Big D, Big Daddy or something like that. So there are so many things that they will do and they will say, oh, you know, I'm doing this like Big D. I didn't even know that they've been observing their dad in a lot of things. He has demonstrated to them the level of legacy or integrity, you know, in a way that it is not really spoken. He doesn't really get to sit with them to tell them, oh, integrity is like this, like this, like this. It is a lifestyle. Your lifestyle, you know, speaks louder than the words you will speak during a meeting with your family. And so when you are sketching the vision, you have to be the first one to live that vision. You have to be the first one to exercise that mission statement. You have to be the first one to exercise those values. And when they are acted upon, they now become more cemented for the other family members to follow. We are in an era where women or wives have been given a certain liberty in the marketplace, where sometimes in your home, your wife may earn more than you, or may be out there, you know, outside the environment of your family or the house a little more, or she may be coming a little late at home, and so on and so forth. I think that should not really change who you are as a solution to your family. And that is why it is important that whatever it is that you're doing at home must be a reflection of your leadership. Whatever is going on, listen to me. I think it is John Maxwell who said, it's John Maxwell or Miles Monroe, one of the two. I listened to these guys a little more, who said, you know, everything, you know, rises and falls, you know, by a leader. So you as a leader, you are the one who is in charge of anything that is rising or that which is becoming, or you are actually responsible for anything that is failing. And having that realization and understanding as a man, it is not just about you wearing the trousers and scaring everybody at home. It is your leadership. You can be the most soft person at home as a man, but yet the posture of your leadership will get everybody to respect, and not to be feared, but to be respected, because you live by what you say. Okay, so vision, it must come from you as a man. So if you're not yet married, it is important for you to start working on the vision now. Start preparing. What type of life do you want to lead? Where are you going? Where are you leading this particular woman who one day say I do and swap the surname, get your surname? Where are you leading her? Where are you taking her to? It is important to pen it down. If you're not married, it's even better you are hearing me now, because then you will be going into marriage already knowing exactly what you're supposed to do. If you're already married and you did not have the vision, you did not have mission statement, you did not have the values, family values, and exactly the way you're going to be doing things, it is high time you put all those things in order. You need to do that, because that is more of a legacy than the money in your bank account. It's more of a legacy, because when you leave that moral fiber and you begin to get your children to be cut from the type of your cloth, and they become even better people, because the season now is totally different, and the way children are right now is totally different from the way you grew up. But imagine with the ability that you've given to them to take responsibility, the ability to respond to situations, the ability to respond to tough times, and they have seen you as a dad, they have seen you as a man of the house taking the first bullet. Let me tell you, it is a better legacy to leave for your children, a better legacy for you to live with your wife, a better statement when you are living that which you believe in. Another thing that you need to know as a man, being a solution, it is where you basically have this understanding that people are looking at you. I put up a post the other day on my social media platform. I said, you know what, as a man, you need to know this, and I'm speaking from a woman point of view. You need to know that your wife somehow in her mind thinks or knows that you know some things a little more. And so when a woman asks you a question, it is important for you to have an idea of some kind. You need at least to have an idea. The I don't know type of life, where you want to be a man, you want to be a leader, but yet you are so behind on a lot of things. That is why you begin to say, am I not the man in this house? I'm not being respected in this house. Dude, the lack of respect and whatever complex or is inferiority complex you're feeling has been the way you've been carrying yourself, because you need to earn. You need to earn your position. You need to earn that leadership. And when I say earning that particular position, I'm not saying anybody is in competition with you. What I'm saying is it must match up. Okay, it must match up as a leader with what you are bringing to the table, with how you are living your life. Everything must match up. Let me tell you, when somebody, donates their surname and gets your own, do you know they're 100% looking up to you? I'm telling you the truth. 100% looking up to you. You begin to lower the standards yourself by the way you carry yourself around. She relies on you. She relied on you the very day she said, I do. But how are you living your life? You went into that marriage way at 100%. Now 5 years down the line, you are trending at 60, sometimes 50% in the area of security, in the area of mentorship, in the area of friendship. In so many areas, you are not really getting to the party with what you promised you will come with. So as a solution, you've got to know that somebody is looking up to you. Somebody is watching what you're doing. And when babies start coming, do you know they know no other person other than you, the two parents. So knows mommy as the one who provides the milk, who know daddy as one who's the lead. How are you bringing that leadership to this 2-year-old baby, 5-year-old, 10 years? By this time, my friend, you can actually, masquerade or think the child is not watching. No, they are watching you. They've been learning from as early as 3-4 years. They've been watching, and you are the better teachers. You are a better teacher to your daughter. You are a better teacher to your son. A little diversion there. Do you know that many people ask me, the confidence I have, I'm a go-getter. There are so many, attributes that I carry around. Do you know that I actually associate this or attribute it to my dad? From when I was young as a girl child, my dad was present. He gave me the security. He complimented me. He told me I could become. So my mom would say the same words, but when my dad said those words, they became more like law. And that is you, a daddy there. I want you to know, when it comes to the girl child, you are a greater authority. We have a lot of people today who are losing up their value and all that because many parents were not present. You, daddy, was not present as a leader in that child's life, and probably also you lacked that leadership from your own dad. How about cutting, off from that syndrome of lack of leadership in your family? How about you becoming the first leader? Let me tell you, you may have missed it out from your dad, but that is why they are mentors in life. You cannot cry over your dad not being present in your life, and that is why you behave the way you behave. How about you taking responsibility? And I define responsibility as ability to respond rightfully to a situation. Take responsibility and be the first one who has to bring that leadership in your family. And it has to be you. Yes, it has to be you, because when we are talking boardroom to bedroom, and now we are in the family front, you need to understand as a man, it is beyond the trousers you wear. You've got to know this. You've got to understand you are a leader. Everybody is looking up to you in that family. Beyond you providing those groceries, beyond you paying that rent, beyond you paying those school fees, there is more to life than just those provisions. It is pro-vision which matters most. Enough about the man. Let me talk about you, a woman. What solution are you? And I think for me to really stay on course, I really want to borrow from a book that I read, and this book just amazes me. The author there says when he created this man, he said, when he looked at this man, he said it is not good for that man to be alone. And he said he will make a helper suitable. I've actually written a book around that thought, because I realized that this word helper from the author's point of view was not basically like, somebody who is coming to help the other person because the other person doesn't know what to do. No. This particular word was built from the original Hebrew word, and when he was introducing this particular woman as a helper or a solution, to this particular problem that God had observed, it comes from having an understanding of the higher connection, of having understanding of what problem you are coming to solve. So, madam, you're a young lady, you growing up, what have you been told about being a solution on the family front? Are you going in marriage because you need to go and wash plates? Or you need to go and cook for somebody? Or somebody is looking for a sex partner? What were you told? I think misdefining the solution that you are has made you to be frustrated. And today, I just want to remove the myth of how you've been positioned or how you positioned yourself as a young girl getting into probably marriage. And because of what you've been told, your worldview about marriage, it has probably caused you to misposition yourself. And as a result, you think you are being abused or you're not being understood or so on and so forth. So now, it is up to you. Listen to me. It is not up to other people in this home to understand you. It is up to you as a woman to understand what solution are you bringing to the table. Do you know the problem? For you to be a solution, you've got to know there must be a problem. So what does the man need? So if you don't understand what a man needs, you will offer him a wrong solution and you think this is what he needs. And then you'll start getting frustrated because you think he needs this, and you'll be thinking he needs this because you haven't understood, you haven't done a research of the problem that is at play. And so you begin, so many women offer themselves wrongly and they end up getting frustrated because they think they must become, like a center of attraction. This man, it's like this man can't wash, so he can't cook, he can't this, and so I'm coming to be the one to cook for him. I'm coming. Oh my God, not in this era, because in this era, a man can hire a chef who can even cook better than you, girl. A man can actually buy his own laundry machine. So if you entered into that marriage thinking you're the one who'll be washing for him, the world has moved, girl. The world has moved. So many things are happening, and therefore you need to revisit the definition of you being a solution carrier in this home front. What solutions are you going to offer on the table? Let me begin with you offering a solution as to this particular man. First and foremost, you need to actually demystify the issue of intercourse. Many people think like a man is looking for sexual intercourse as the first need in a man's life. I'll tell you what, through my research, I've actually discovered that many men, if not 93-95%, of at least the research that I did, they're actually looking for intellectual intercourse. It is the intellectual intercourse that will bring the sexual intercourse into perspective to be enjoyed. When they've got their mind, producing ideas, their minds, becoming in the marketplace. When the man is becoming in the marketplace and you are providing a good environment, you are bringing yourself as a solution. When a man leaves home and he goes in the marketplace and he brings out his best in the marketplace, when he comes back home, the other intercourse then works. So it is important for you, a woman, to understand that offering a solution, you must first understand the needs of the people that you're offering solutions to. So get to understand what intellect is your husband floating into. What is it that you're supposed to bring to the table? And so you find that many ladies actually get to complain that oh, my husband doesn't talk to me, or we can actually move, a distance and he's not even having a conversation with me, and he doesn't like me. And then, sometimes it is because of the way you bring about conversations. Conversations of a woman is, have you bought bread? How far are you? Or this. That doesn't excite. It is important for you to study the needs of the man. And I told you, first thing, the mind. Get his mind into that place. And then you can bring then other needs that he may have, the sexual needs. And then, of course, after you are done with this man, you've understood the problem that he is and the solution you are going to offer, with regards to the issues that he's lacking. Then you can look at the children and get to also understand who you are as a mother in your children's lives. Listen to me. Never stay in marriage because of children. You will get frustrated. Get to understand your place. As a woman, there are many women who are failing to actually upgrade themselves knowledge-wise because of children or because of children. That is why in the other A's, I talked about you planning. When are you going to have children? When are you going to further your education? When will you have the me time? Because as a woman, you are the one who's getting pregnant, you're the one who's breastfeeding, and eventually you start getting frustrated because you feel abused. Let me tell you, nobody's abusing you. You are abusing yourself. That is why you've got to structure your life as a solution giver to your family. Ensure not to forget you. You should also place yourself at the center and begin to ask, what will, for example, if it's me, Nellie, do to Nellie? Because when you are solving your husband, you're solving your children, you must solve you as a woman in this family.